Look, yo, man, what's good, man? You know who it is, Mr. Boy MickalReacts, man. Today, man, we got my Lakers. The Lakers are solving their biggest problem. So my Lakers recently just beat the Clippers. Today is Friday. I'm recording this video at 1:44 in the morning, you know. So I got my little drink too. You know what I'm saying? We played it with the Mavericks tonight, so should be going. But let's get into this video though.
The Los Angeles Lakers were never supposed to be this good without LeBron, but they have shocked us. While LeBron sat, LA tore through the Western Conference as Luka Doncic has made NBA history. Luka became the
You gotta understand, bro. When you have Luka, you're gonna have a good regular. And I heard the Lakers might trade for Kristaps Porzingis. That might be nice. That said, it might be for Rui, Gabe Vincent, and 2 first-round picks. I'd rather do 1 first-round pick and then maybe some seconds. Because then you have Luka, you have Reeves, you have Braun, then you have Porzingis, then you have Ayton. Oh my, imagine that. That's 2 bigs right there you can rock with. Then we can compete with the Thunder because you got Kristaps, a rim protector, and he can space it for a shoot. Man, come on now. That might happen. I don't know. That's what I heard. It was a rumor. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I saw it today, but probably not going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
first player to score 400 points with 100 assists in his first 12 games. He's playing at an MVP level again, and just like that, this team is looking terrifying. Austin Reeves has scored 51 points. DeAndre Ayton is saving his career. Other role players are clicking, and now LeBron James is back. He could unlock a real title run here, only the Lakers have a big problem. The kind of problem that's okay right now, but gets exposed in the playoffs. And if they don't fix this, they won't survive Denver, let alone the Thunder. But if they do, we are seeing a Lakers team with a new ceiling. And we could see history change with LeBron getting ring number 5, pouring fire on the GOAT-to-be. But really, at the end of the day here, everything is going to rely on what they do next. Because while I said the Lakers have 1 fatal flaw, which they do, they actually have 3 big problems. The recipe for an elite LeBron team and now a Luka team has always been to surround these superstars with shooters to make their lives easier. But right now, we have problem number 1. The Lakers rank 30th in the NBA in 3-pointers made. In this economy, we know
the
3-point
roster will get better. We can somehow, I don't know if we're going to get Porzingis, but he will be nice. 7'2", and that just make it better. Or Herb Jones, another big. I don't know who my Lakers going to get. Sometimes it's surprising. So whoever we get is going to help our team. Once LeBron contract falls off the books, it's 50 mil, so we can spread it everywhere and get more pieces. I would have loved a Mickal Alexander-Walker on this Lakers team off the bench or even in the starting line. He would have been nice, but he went to the Hawks. You know what I'm saying? Even if we was able to keep Dorian Finney-Smith, I would have Dorian Finney-Smith over Vandal. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But Vandal's probably a lot of people. Vandal, Gabe, Maxey, Dawson. One of them is gonna be gone. Rowe, gonna be one.
Shooting is key for any team's title hopes. So we are going to address whether the Lakers will need to make a move for a new 3-point shooter come the trade deadline. But there is a chance this problem is going to resolve itself. Maybe we're just looking at a small sample size, but Luka is shooting a career low 31.1% from 3, even though he is now skinny and leading the NBA in scoring with over 34 points per game. Reeves is also shooting a career low, exact same 31.1% from 3, but LeBron is now back. He is now going to be on the court.
But no, that career low 3 is not going to be sustainable all year. Their 3-point shot, the Lakers 3-point shooting is going to get better and better and better throughout this season. It's still the beginning of the season. It's going to get better and better and better and better. And plus, the Lakers usually play better the second half of the season, usually like around All-Star break. After All-Star break, they usually do good. Like, we can have a positive record, you know what I'm saying, going into All-Star break, we're going to be good. We want to be buyers, not sellers. We have to, because when we having a good record, then these trades will be easier, you know what I'm saying?
Drawing even more gravity, so we should see more open shots and hopefully for the Lakers more makes. But if this isn't fixed, teams are going to dare them to shoot in the playoffs, and that is not going to end well, which is exactly what we saw last season. Why would a team that was bounced in the first round of last year's playoffs suddenly become a contender this season? The Lakers actually finished third in the Western Conference last year, but they ended the season on a whimper with just a 10-11 record in their final 21 games. Losing in the first round was disappointing, but it made sense. Mid-season trades for a superstar like Luka Doncic are exciting, but they almost always end in a bit of disappointment in year one. What's important for us to note is that when they were clicking, we saw the star power Luka and LeBron were capable of. They imposed their wills.
Remember, we got him in the middle of the season this year in February. He has a full training camp. Remember, y'all, he has a full training camp and everything else right now. Just imagine over the years, next year, we're going to get more pieces and more pieces and more pieces and more pieces and more pieces to fit around Luka Reeves. So we know that they'll bring back LeBron, but on like a vet minimum. They're not finna, trust me.
Both on NBA defenses and on poor, helpless young players such as Quinn Post.
Those Evan words with LeBron over here in the corner.
Doncic at the line. Now here's LeBron and Green talking with a win yesterday.
Let's also remember, Luka was not only traded during the trade deadline, he was noticeably overweight and only played in 50 regular season games, the lowest of his career. But mid-season trades like the one for Luka do not often work because even with the star power, the Lakers had zero practice time to learn to gel and they had an incomplete roster. The center position for LA was so flawed that Jackson Hayes and Alex Len, the only two true centers on the roster, played less than 10 minutes a game combined in the playoffs. Len was supposed to give the Lakers next to nothing, that we understood, but Hayes had averaged around 20 minutes a game in the regular season and was benched for game 5 against the Wolves because JJ Redick could not stand his defensive incompetence. So already, DeAndre Ayton is a massive upgrade over literally nothing. 15 points and 8 rebounds a game are solid numbers for what the Lakers need. And we know Luka Doncic is the type of player who can get you all the way to the finals. He's playing better than ever. He is a superstar I think we can all trust can win you a championship. However, the Lakers really are still missing something massive. But before we continue, I would like to thank
Nope, you're not getting me, buddy. You're not getting me, buddy.
Which leads us to problem number 2. The Lakers are also dead last in turnover percentage. Can LeBron coming back to this team help here? Yes, but something is off. Luka has been leading this offense, and with the 2024 Mavericks, Luka led Dallas to the 4th best turnover percentage in the league. So while Luka is averaging 4.3 turnovers a game, which seems high, that's actually very normal for his career stats and such a high usage player. If LeBron plays the role that he's been saying he is going to play, willing passer, willing ball handler, more of a glue type star, he is going to help a lot here. And like I mentioned earlier, if LeBron wins ring number 5, that is going to reopen so many GOAT conversations. You can have your own opinion there, but what we know for sure here is that LeBron has the motivation.
I'm not afraid of nobody. The only team that's going to give you something is OKC is a complete team everywhere. The whole starting lineup can play defense, from Shea, from Williams, from Jalen Williams, from Lou Dort, from Chet, Hartenstein. Niggas is two-way players except for Hartenstein. He's a rim protector, lob threat. But everybody on the end their bench, they got Wallace, Caruso, Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, even the other Williams nigga. Them niggas, the Thunder, they might go back to back. But if my Lakers can get a complete team all around, starting and the bench, then I know for sure we can beat OKC in 7 games. Trust me, if I can kind of see a Lakers OKC Western Conference Finals, that would be, man,
to end his career on the ultimate high, a championship. With that said, this roster might need some work. Marcus Smart came in to play defense, but he's averaging 2 turnovers a game to just 2.9 assists. Ayton is scoring well, but he's averaging 2.4 turnovers as a center. JJ Redick has most likely developed ulcers watching this. You cannot turn the ball over like this in the playoffs. That is also a recipe for disaster, but the problems keep rolling here because the most fatal flaw of all is actually this team's lack of an elite offensive identity. NBA champions do come in different packages, but they always follow the same formula. In the last 10 seasons, every single title winner has finished in the top 6 in either offensive rating or defensive rating in the regular season. So while we hear defense wins championships, as a group, these 10 title winners actually finished better offensively on average than defensively. And here is problem number 3, the fatal flaw of the Lakers right now. Their defense is not elite, sure, but with their roster, their path to championship contention is their offense. They need to get that offensive rating to top 6 or better. The 2023 Nuggets, 2021 Bucks, and 2018 Warriors all had defensive rating ranks of 10th or worse, but they had top 6 offenses. The Lakers need to clean up their three-point shooting. They need to clean up their turnovers. But I will say, if you're a Lakers fan at least, we do have some good news. The possible path is there. Let's remember that in 2024, Luka did lead the Mavericks, who were 10th in offensive rating and 18th in defensive rating, not only to the NBA Finals, but he beat the Thunder in the second round in the process. The Thunder are last year's champions. They are on pace to set the wins record. The Thunder's last playoff series came at the hands of Luka and PJ Washington, as in the series deciding Game 6 with a controversial call.
10 seconds left. Doncic drives, backs him down, gets deep, gives it up. Washington, double clutch three. No, the tip in, and they're going to call a foul on the shot. Boy, it looked like he got ball first, right?
I bring up this series to emphasize that both Luka and LeBron are playoff killers. Luka may
the thing about the Thunder, bro, is they're all young and they got young legs, so they gonna play until the whistle is blowing, bro. You can beat the Thunder. It's just the one that I don't like is you're not able to play the same defense as the Thunder play. You can't even play defense like that for real. When my Lakers try to play defense like that, we get called for the fouls. But the Thunder, they can play football defense and the rest will not call it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, JJ, we need Thorough to play. I feel like Thorough can be like our OG and Anunoby, like our man. I'm telling you right now.
Have never won a championship yet, but listen to this stat. For their careers, both Luka and LeBron have averaged over 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists a game in the playoffs. They're the only 2 players in history to reach those benchmarks. Wild. Even crazier, Luka and Michael Jordan are the only 2 players in history to average over 30 points per game in the playoffs. So what we need to take away here is that if you put Luka and LeBron on the court with a talented enough roster, especially Luka at this point, who is in his absolute apex prime, sometimes the best guy on the court does win. Sometimes a super team like the Oklahoma City Thunder goes down. And Luka always has the chance to be the best player on any basketball court on the planet Earth. He does need the right roster around him though. So we're going to finish this video by asking, what happens if the three-point shooting and turnover problems do not solve themselves and instead the Lakers need to make a move? Well, the Lakers are actually linked to a bunch of
the turnovers and the three-point problems will solve itself. Trust me, it will. And when it will, I don't want niggas talking shit. None of that. When our turnover problems get better and a three-point shot, right now we're gonna be dangerous. We just need more defense. The offense and playmaking is not the problem. All we really need is another backup point guard, another center, and like a Herb Jones type of player. I'm willing to get off of Rui Hachimura if we're able to get Wiggins and like a Davion Mitchell, a Jaime Jaquez, or like pair Wiggins with Khalil Ware, because then now you have the big, you have Wiggins, you know what I'm saying? Or if we're able to get a Wiggins and a Davion Mitchell in that package, I would love that. Because we can turn around and go get her. If we can do that, then turn to go get a Herb Jones or like a Atari Eason. Man, what? Or like a Jose Alvarado from the Pelicans. Man,
names that could be absolute game changers. I've seen the name Daniel Gafford be thrown out there, but he will not fit on the court at the same time with DeAndre Ayton. And Ayton is actually playing some supremely good rim defense right now. Crafted NBA has him in the 92nd percentile in the entire league. That is actually higher than Gafford, although Ayton does get much less attempts at the rim. So Gafford would be nice, but what the Lakers really need is a 3-and-D wing. They were able to somehow rig a trade, I don't know, like the Luka Doncic trade for Lauri Markkanen. Then yeah, they would want Lauri Markkanen. They would want that star, that 30-point per game scorer who is knocked down from 3. But I don't see that happening. I think the Pistons are much more likely to get Lauri, with Golden State as a dark horse.
I said that. I said if the Pistons are able to get Markkanen, the Pistons can win. But they're probably gonna have to give up. Tobias Harris is gone. They're probably gonna have to give up like Jaden Ivey, but if you get Markkanen on that team, trust me, Detroit will be phenomenal
if he is traded. We need to be realistic with Los Angeles's assets. So targeting 3-and-D guys, Keon Ellis with the Sacramento Kings is a name that has been floated out a lot. He's been the odd man out for the Kings, but in LA, his 3-point shooting would help a lot. My question though is, even if the Kings are making terrible decisions, if Keon Ellis isn't contributing enough for the Kings, is he really going to put the Lakers over the top? Someone who could put the Lakers over the top is Herb Jones. The Pelicans have been terrible. Herb is slightly older than the rebuild that they're probably aiming for, so he is a name to watch. The consensus around the league was that the Lakers would have to give up a lot to get Herb Jones, but they would love his perimeter defense, and while he is not as great of a 3-point shooter as they would really desire, the elite level of a former first-team all-defensive wing on this Lakers roster would just be amazing for them. Trey Murphy on the Pelicans also would be a perfect fit, but I don't think that
nah, I kind of see I see the Pelicans keeping Trey Murphy. I don't see them getting rid of Trey. I see the Pelicans keeping Trey Murphy.
The Pels would be willing to move a 20-point per game scorer like that, and if they do, Los Angeles would really need to go all in with their picks to make that happen. We're in a place where a lot of moves are currently on the table, but the right move, that could lead all the way to an NBA championship. The biggest name I'm currently seeing that might make the most sense is Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins' value is not exactly sky high, and here's what a Wiggins trade would look like before any picks would be involved. In the finals, Andrew Wiggins has been a monster before.
I do not want a Dare Thorough traded. Please not. If we trade a Dare Thorough for Wiggins to the Heat, that nigga Thorough is finna be a defensive menace monster on the Heat. And please, bro, keep Thorough. Develop that nigga. I'm telling you right now, Thorough can be he can be like our Derrick Jones, OG Anunoby, and his shot will. Please, if you trade a nigga to the Heat for Wiggins, that nigga Thorough will be
He has championship DNA, he is able to knock down the 3-ball at a pretty consistent rate, and he plays defense for a wing, which is what the Lakers need. Again, Los Angeles is going to be exploring a lot of options. So I also want to mention Jeremy Grant here. He is a sleeper for me as he's getting paid a lot, but might be a great candidate because Grant does not fit the Blazers rebuild. If Portland falls out of the playing game picture especially, Grant is expensive, but he's averaging almost 20 points per game, and he is shooting over 40% from 3. Might be a sneaky trade there. And ending this video, I think our biggest takeaway should be the Lakers are actually really close, maybe much closer than a lot of people think. They do need to commit to a path of offensive greatness, but they don't need a superstar type move to get them there. They just need to hit on the right trade, get the right role player, and then watch to see if Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves can outperform anyone else's big 3. So there we have it. Thank you for watching today's video. If you like this,
I am taking Luka, Austin Reeves, and LeBron James big 3 over Shea, Chet, and Williams. Come on now, bro. Anyways, man, let me know what you think down below, man. I've seen a Porzingis trade, or we can get like a Herb Jones or a Wiggins and Davion Mitchell. It has to be for the right piece. We can just not trade Rui or Connect just to trade them away. You know what I'm saying? No, but yeah, man, I'll see you guys in the next video, man. We out.